What is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Getting ready to watch the NFL honors. We're going to see who gets MVP, who gets all the awards, who gets the accolades, more importantly, who gets in the Hall of Fame. And I'll just say this, Darren Woodson, I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but he is long overdue. They need to make it right, and they need to get his ass in the Hall of Fame. We talked about it on our show last time. And just a quick reminder, because I'll forget, I get rambling, man. We appreciate all the new subscribers in Cowboys Nation. Also got some haters subscribing, and we welcome you too. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you've been checking us out, you've been thinking about it, don't think no more. Hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up in this video down below. It helps the algorithms. It shows support for the channel. And then also hit that alert bell, because you see your boy dropping videos every now and then, getting everything going. And as we get this off season approaching, and had a great show last night with your guy Nick's coming in with Kelly and I. We had over 800 people in the chat, man. It was a great time. Definitely appreciate all the support. We love doing them live shows. We got more stuff obviously in store as the off season approaches, but just really wanted to drop a quick video. You know, I talked about it on last night's show, and you know, there's a percentage of people that want offensive line, that, you know, the meat and potatoes, and I get it, but I think we need to get them meat and potatoes in free agency. This draft has got to be about playmakers early. I'm talking first 3 rounds. I need impact playmakers to get a shot in the arm, get some life to this team, and really help, especially on the offensive side. Now, if a defensive end becomes available, cornerback, there's value, I jump on it, right? The kid from Michigan, which there's no way in hell he would drop down to 12, a defensive tackle. If he comes down there, I would take him in a minute either. He's a playmaker, but more than likely the playmakers I'm talking about are going to be at receiver and going to be at running back. And that's kind of the dilemma that you're in. And I want to get your thoughts, so make sure you guys leave a comment as well. Let me know if I'm crazy. Let me know if you dig what I'm saying, if I'm on the right path. But running back is really, really deep in this draft. I think you got a lot of quality running backs. But if Genty's there at 12, I mean, how could you possibly pass him up? I don't think you can. I don't think you can, unless there's a wide receiver that falls that the Cowboys are absolutely in love with. And it would be someone like McMillan, you know, from Arizona. You're talking 6'5", 212. You know, the talk is we need to get a big guy opposite CeeDee Lamb. We need that Batman Robin, that 1-2 punch. And, you know, we have not been great opposite CeeDee Lamb. He does everything. He is pretty much the offense over the last year or two. You can even do the year before, even though Ferguson showed some life, and obviously Pollard has had spots a couple years ago, but the offense still went as CD went. When he had big games, that meant the Cowboys won. So need to get another weapon to help him out. So McMillan, I mean, if you like Burden from Missouri and Buka from Ohio State, fresh off a national championship, I'd love bringing champions on the team. So, you know, those are kind of the 3 big names you're talking about early if you were going to do that. The problem is if you go running back and you've got Genty there at 12, what receiver would you possibly take above Genty and then scale down and address the running back in round 2 or 3? The challenge that I have is, if you don't address receiver early, I think the receivers aren't as deep at the high level as a running back. So you can get away with passing up on a running back in the first round and grabbing one in the second, but you never know. You know, a lot of people, you know, thought Gibbs was taken too high. We talked about that last night. Look where Bijan went. I don't even know if Genty will be there at 12, because you've got a few teams that may be looking at running back. And I mean, he's a dynamic player. That being said, you see Emmitt Smith over my shoulder. I love Emmitt Smith. There's been comparisons to Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith was on a show, I guess it was today, and he wasn't for drafting Genty because he said the Cowboys don't have a plan. They don't have a plan For Dak, they don't have a plan. I didn't understand what my man Emmett was saying. I love him. He's all over this cave. He was one of my favorite players. So I'm going to give him a pass. I'm going to give him a pass, and maybe he was just trying to play mind games with Jerry and Stephen Jones, trying to get them to get that running back. But you need a running back. The Cowboys cannot come out of this draft without one of the top running backs in the draft. And you're talking about Genty, obviously Hampton from North Carolina. We saw what he did to my boy, at the U. He ran pretty well against him. Scatterboo came on late. I don't really see him as that guy. I see him as a complimentary guy, but I don't see him as that guy. Obviously, Caleb Jackson from Iowa. You've got the Ohio State guy, Henderson and Jukins. You're again national champion. So you're getting down deep. I'm 7-8 running backs. Obviously, Devin Neal, Harvey from UCF, and then Damian Martinez. I'm all about the U. He's going to be a good running back too. So there is running back depth in this draft. Make no mistake about it. At receiver, it gets a little tricky because I think you've got guys with that high ceiling and big upside, but I think after you get out of the first 3 or 4 receivers, you got some good names. The guy that I'd be looking for is Jaden Higgins. 6'4", 215. I saw again when I had to watch Miami and in the Bowls, you see what some of these receivers, were doing against McCain's. But I think Higgins could be a guy. You've got, Isaiah Bond from Texas. So if you get down, and I'm taking outside of the top, we're going to that second level. Some people like Tez Johnson out of Oregon. One of the guys I really like is obviously Restrepo from Miami. He would be a second-round pick. 5'10". He's not the big guy that people want, but he plays big. He catches everything. He can run all the routes. He always seems to be open. I got to see him play a lot, so maybe I'm a little biased to McCain's. I know a lot of people in the Dallas area, they're high on Jack Beck from TCU, 6'2", 215. So there are a lot of playmakers available in this draft, and that's what I'm saying. The Cowboys cannot miss on playmakers. And then I get a Mike Tag. I got some of that. On the live show Wednesday night is, we got to get offensive linemen. If there's an offensive lineman at 12, I don't think there's an offensive lineman at 12 that is, going to make me go crazy. And on top of that, we just spent a 1 on Guyton. We spent a 1 on Tyler Smith. We've invested in this offensive line for damn near 20 years. I'm looking at the Great Wall 2, and I see, Tyron Smith and Frederick and Martin, all first-round picks, and you don't have much to show for it. I don't think they need to be all first-rounders. Like I said, man, go back to the OG Great Wall. None of those guys were first-rounders. It's all about getting the right attitude, the right coaching, and get him in a cohesive. Like I thought our offensive line was playing better as the year went on because they started, getting more reps together, playing together more. You saw what Hoffman, you saw Bass, obviously the phenomenal rookie year that BB had. So I think you can address offensive line in free agency. Get a veteran. We talked about Will Hernandez. Get a veteran guard or get a veteran tackle if you want to bring in some more continuity, get some veteran leadership in here for the young guys. And I think it's the same thing on the defensive side of the ball with defensive tackle. Unless, the big guy from Michigan falls, which I don't think is going to happen, go out and get free agents. You see defensive tackles take a couple years to really get going. You're seeing what Jalen Carter's doing now, man. That dude's a beast. I hate that he's with the Eagles, I'll be honest with you, but he's a beast. So go out and get a veteran. Spend a little bit of money. It don't have to be to the ceiling, Jerry and Steven, man, but be in the middle. Be in that second tier and get some guys with championship experience, dog mentality. Fill the meat and potatoes up with free agency and use this draft to solidify some playmakers. Running back, receiver, cornerback, edge rusher. If you want to get a linebacker, I mean, you kind of mix it up. But we need dogs and we need playmakers. So that's my 2 cents. We're going to be getting into a lot of mock drafts. If you missed our first go at it, I did one. Kelly K9 did one. We're going to do one with you guys. We're going to get our subscribers involved. All you've got to do, you can follow me if you don't already on social media. It's at mtag1993. Send me a DM. Say, hey, Tag, man, I'm ready. I want to show you what I can do in this mock draft. I'm going to show you what the Cowboys need to do. And we'll bring you in on the show. And we're going to get 6 or 7 of you guys on here. And each one of you are going to get around. And you're going to figure out. We're all going to figure this thing out together, because we got to get that 6 Lombardi. It is bullshit that it's been this long. Nothing infuriates me more than seeing Philadelphia in the Super Bowl and then seeing Washington in the NFC Championship game. The Cowboys, this organization needs to step it up, and get this thing rolling. And some people call it this big rebuild. I don't think it's a rebuild. It just needs to be a reload. You still got your quarterback. If you got the best pass rusher, you still got all pro guys. You got Tyler Smith. You've got obviously CeeDee Lamb. You've got Bland. You've got guys here who can make a difference. We need to get some other playmakers, and we need some meat and potatoes on this team and help out in the trenches and get this thing going. And it's going to be a tough season schedule-wise. I mean, the Cowboys better be ready to play. They're playing the AFC West and they're playing the NFC North, and so is everyone else in our division. So we all got to do the same thing, but we need to get some playmakers. So that's what I'm saying. Let me know what you think. More importantly, thank you. Again, love all you guys. It means a lot when you hit that subscribe button and showing love to Cowboys Cave. We love doing our live shows. Jimmy D and I on Monday, Kelly K9 and I on Thursday. My man Greg, we're doing a live show. We're going to do a live show. Hopefully he's going to be available. We'll do a live show on Sunday, kind of get this Super Bowl thing started. We like to do a little early. So we get our guys out there. Maybe it'll be what time is it? It's 9 a.m. Eastern or 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll figure it out. But we'll get this thing rolling. Have a good show on Sunday morning. Definitely want you guys to participate. So appreciate all the love. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Hit that thumbs up on your way out. More importantly, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Who's the playmakers you want to see the Cowboys get? Or am I crazy and we need to go offensive line? We need to go defensive line. And I'm talking about the first 3 rounds. I'm going to talk about it later. I'm talking these first 3 rounds. I need playmakers. I need starters. I need impact guys. So I'm leaving it up to McClay. I'm leaving it up to the scouts. I'm going to give my 2 cents, of course. They ain't going to listen, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I appreciate the love, guys. You have a great evening. Enjoy NFL honors. I'm sure I'll be dropping something talking about, hopefully, a Darren Woodson Hall of Fame induction, but we'll see what happens. You guys take care. Enjoy. Let me get my little outro, and we'll see you.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need